Hi there, thank you for watching my video today. Today I'm going to be making this double building block card. It is actually one of the showstopper cards and they make great cards for birthdays. You can also adapt these for Valentine's and you can change the color schemes according to the occasion. You can see this is called building block card because it has these blocks on both the sides. I saw this previously on YouTube and I have recreated it in the same measurements. So it is a 5 by 7 card and it fits really great. It does not have a lot of bulk added to it, so it fits in a regular envelope as well. So ignore my coarse voice and ignore the mess on the table because this is an early morning tutorial. I initially did not intend to make a video for this, but I had to make a card for my colleague in between working for commissioned work. I have my cup of tea. It's 5:30 in the morning. The entire house is sleeping and I just thought to record the tutorial for you. So without waking them up and without making any further noise, let's just see how this can be made. For this card, I have already actually prepared one half of it and I'm going to show you the other half of it and then we're going to join both the cards. Excuse the mess. Okay, so you need 2 pieces of cardstock that measure 8 inches by 7 inches and you're going to score both the same way. So on the long side, you want to score at 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 and 5. Okay, then from the left hand side, fold the card on the third score line. So this is our third score line, first, second and third. We're going to fold the card on the third score line like this and we're going to place it against the top of the scoreboard. All right, and now you're going to score to actually make these blocks in the card. So what you want to do is score at 1 inch. Do not worry about the scoring on the other side, it automatically does. 1 inch, then 1.5 inch, 2.5, 3, 4, 4.5, 5.5 and 6. Okay, so that's all the scoring that you need to do. Also, you're going to make these score lines at 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 4, 4.5, 5.5 and 6 just up till the first score line, which is this one. Okay, so only up till here. So let's just get rid of the scoreboard now. And what you want to do is you want to now flip the cardstock. You actually want to rotate the cardstock towards you so that the closed end of the card is facing you and the open end is away from you. And where you have drawn these score lines just up till the first score line, you want to cut these up just up till the first score line. So as I cut, you will see like this. So basically we are making these 1/2 inch slits between these 1 inch blocks. So do this all the way. Once you've cut up the score lines, just open the card now. Score line on your left hand side, you want it to be a mountain fold and burnish all the score lines 1 by 1. Then the next one is supposed to be a valley fold. Just flip it over and make it like this. And the third one is already a mountain fold that we just made. And the last one is supposed to be again a valley fold. So now to make those blocks, what we want to do is we want to push these 1/2 inch tabs away from us to the back of the card. And we want these 1 inch blocks rising to the front. Okay, so one by one, just push these at the back and pull the ones in the front. So this is how you get that block shape. And then once you get all of them in position, just gently fold the card and give it a good burnish. Make sure you burnish these tabs as well so that they sit on their place. Then you want to just burnish all of these cubes too. So this is the other half of the card. Now what you want to do is you want to place these middle panels over each other, and this is how your card is going to fold. So for that, I am going to make this the left side of my card, and this is going to be my right side, and I'm going to place the left side on the right side panel. So putting glue on the back of this. Make sure you do not put any glue on these 1/2 inch tabs here, because otherwise they're going to then catch with the rest of the card. So just place this piece over the right one. And give it a good press. Okay, now for the mats and layers, I have taken, you need 2 pieces of matte layer that measures 1 3/4 by 6 3/4, and then you need 2 pieces of pattern paper that measure 1 1/2 by 6 1/2 inches. Okay, so these are going to go both on these side panels. For the front center panel and the back panel, back panel is completely optional, but if you want to do that, I'm going to give you the measurement. You need 2 pieces of matte that measure 2 3/4 by 6 3/4, and then you need 2 pieces of pattern paper that measure 2 1/2 by 6 1/2. And I am going to place my sentiments and from at the back and front of this card. So these measure 2 inches by 5 1/8 of an inch. So yeah, that's completely optional. You can totally change those measurements just like the sentiments. So I'm going to place these here. Okay, so I have pasted these mats and layers, and for these building blocks you need a total of 3/4 inch squares. You can totally skip that, that's completely optional, but if you want to do that, you need a total of 20 pieces of these squares. So one by one I'm going to put all of these into. So I have put up all the mats and layers, and look how beautiful does this look. As I told you, these pieces are completely optional, but when you add them, it adds a lot of details, and it's all in the details that matters. It is a great standing card. It is actually one of the showstopper cards, and these can be placed on the tables, the mantles, places like that. I have added the from panel at the back and the sentiment panel in the front, and it easily fits in your regular 5x7 envelope as well. So I hope that you have liked today's project. Do let me know in the comments below. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.